Right then, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome along to the PGSC Sports Realistic, where we find ourselves here in Las Vegas. What a track this is. It is going to be such a great afternoon then for the third round of the season. And you know, this season, of course, going very quickly at this moment in time. Just started off only 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago now, including this one, of course. But we are here now for Las Vegas with 17 drivers on your screen, and I am more than excited to get into this. Arctic Ryan joining us in the Twitch chat tonight. Tornado Kane as well. Hello, mate. How are you doing? Arctic Ryan says, I'm going to have a setup on for this race. I mean, that would be preferred. Good stuff. Glad to hear that. Hopefully everybody has a nice one today. But it is another night race then here for us in the PGSC Sports Realistic tier on the Thursday evening. And what a race it is going to be. Many drivers out there on the track already. This track then is going to be a bit of a different one. The absolutely huge run then down the back of the Las Vegas Strip. And of course the DRS zone heading down there. 2 DRS zones here in Las Vegas. You have the one exiting the first corner, which of course goes down that back straight there. You can see in Sector 1. And then we have that big long DRS point which goes all the way down the Las Vegas Strip. And it is absolutely humongous, the Las Vegas Strip is. But it does make for some absolutely incredible overtakes. Salguero joins us now. That'll be 18 drivers when he gets in, which is very nice to see. And nice to see everybody in the chat today. Then a few people in the Jack Crossley comms and a few in the realistic tier as well. As I am going to get up the post-race results and all of that kind of stuff, just so I can have a quick look at how it's been going recently then. Race results from last week, of course, in China for the Chinese Grand Prix. The race was... Where's the winner? There we go. Lee Dog, of course, won that one out from Arctic Ryan's second place. And if you were here, you'd remember he said at the start of the stream he has no setup on and he thought he'd do pretty bad. He managed to get on oh my God, I can't speak. In second place, sorry, just behind Lee Dog. It is sensational stuff. He finished 3.2 seconds behind the race winner, but he did an absolutely brilliant job. He really, really did, and getting himself into second place after that one. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. Dave the Scrub, fastest man on the track. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. Hawkeye goes with 1 minute 32.377. And then Paparimo the line, 1:32.3. A lovely time from him then in sets provisional pole time. As 13 minutes on the clock of this session then. And we have the 2 Kick Saubers, of course, up at the front. And if you're just joining us, you would assume, of course, they're on the same team. But no, that is not the case around here in the realistic. Of course, we have realistic teams. Of course, drivers that are of the better skill level are in the worse cars. And that is why you're seeing the likes of Lee Dog and Sneaky Eel up at the top of this board today. Lee Dog then driving for Raw Dog Racing alongside Papa Rim. And they've been doing pretty good so far. As the Fizz then, he's in third place right now. Papa Rim 4, Hawkeye 5, Nedzo Racing 6, 7 is Arctic Ryan, 8 Dave the Scrub in the pit lane now then. And of course the reigning world champion, he's won the championship many times then here in PGS. But unfortunately, it just recently hasn't been going his way that much at the moment. It really isn't. Oh my God, Mike has been muted the whole time. We're back. I do apologise. Wolfie plays then. He says he's running a brand new number this race today. Brand new number as he crosses the line and sets a P11 time. Chevy joins us in the chat then. It's good to see you, Chevy. Hopefully you're having a nice day. Welcome back in. Of course, he did join us earlier on. But to your current order then, 10 minutes to go here in Las Vegas, and Lee Dog is dominating ahead of the pack with Sneaky Eel second place, who's in the pit lane. 4/10 then separates 1 and 2 in qualifying at the moment. The Fizz heading down the back straight then, of course, and down in towards the main straight in a few moments' time. And 4th place for him at the moment. He's got about a 1/10 of a second then to Papa Rim. There's 10 minutes of this session remaining. The judge is in P18 and not set a time at this moment in time in the Ferrari. He's heading across the line now with the fuel light on, and it isn't looking strong. Well, it's P11. P11 not too bad for the judge, but he won't have time to go around again. He'll have to go into the pit lane, ladies and gentlemen, again, if he, of course, wants to set another time. Wolfie plays then is down in P12 and set a time earlier on. He'll have to go into the pit lane. Maybe again, is he going into the pit lane now? I'm not entirely sure. He's got a lot of ERS to his name. Maybe he's, recharging to go around on another lap now. We'll find out. As into the pit lane goes Wolfie Plays, and that'll be it for him at this moment in time then. 9 minutes of this session remaining. Dave the Scrub, the reigning world champion, out of the pit lane, and we really do expect something from him here. We'd love to see him get back up that order, but currently about mid-pack in qualifying at the moment with 18 drivers here in the Las Vegas Grand Prix qualifying session. The Racing Bull of Dave, who of course drives for that famous Arctic Lightning team alongside Arctic Ryan, of course. And we're hoping for a good race from them today, of course. 8 and 9 in qualifying at the moment. I'm going to quickly have a look at the standings, see what that's looking like. The Realistic Drivers Championship then, after round 2, is shaping up as Lee Dog. Leading that one right now. Then it's Jay Pinto 2, it's Arctic Ryan 3rd, 4 Papa Rim, 5 Luke Bailey, 6 Hawkeye, 7 Ready Play F1. You've got to go all the way down to 11 for Dave the Scrub, unfortunately. And Arctic Lightning as a team aren't up there as much as you'd normally expect them to be. After the second round in the Constructors' Championship, Arctic Lightning are sat second place, actually. You know what? I do apologise. They are actually sat second place. Not too bad. But of course, Raw Dog Racing with the likes of Lee Dog up at the top. I mean, I don't know if many people stand a chance, because that is a great performance from him for the time that he's been here so far. Oh, goes around, goes Dave the Scrub then into the first runoff area here in Las Vegas. Back on the circuit, he comes then in P9, of course, with a qualifying time, but he gets passed by the Williams, who goes through as he safely rejoins back on then, ladies and gentlemen. To see who's on a lap around, shall we? We've got Jay Pinto, who is on a lap at this moment in time, heading down the first sector on hot lap ERS mode at the moment. Mr. Tower joins us in the PGS Esports chat, says go on Hawkeye. A bit of a Hawkeye fan in the chat then we must have, as we have Jay Pinto, like I mentioned, on a lap around today and trying to keep the car central and gripped to the floor as he heads round the left-hander. Just about sees the car in front of him nip round the right-hand side as maybe he tries to chase for a slipstream. We'll have to see. I think Nezo Racing puts himself in 3rd place then here in quali. As Jay Pinto heading on to that back straight now, looking for a bit of time down here if he can. And he has found 6/10 of a second in that middle sector, looking very strong for him at this current moment in time, as he now gets that second dose of DRS down that back straight and into the final few corners then to round off this flying lap today. Down in P12 with a 1 minute 33.1. He does find time on this lap around about 0.6 of a second in the middle sector. That is going to get him quite high if he can continue to keep that form up. He's going to head all the way down then into the final corner here in Las Vegas. Can he get a decent qualifying time? P13 is best. He does jump up to P9 then in qualifying, and a decent time. Lovely stuff. Jay Pinto, of course, setting a P9 time. Lovely stuff for him. As the Fizz on an out lap, he'll be going around soon. And you know what? He's going to be going around now to give it a go into the final corner then. And let's watch this lap around for the Fizz today. Looking for a lap then. Of course, driving for... I'm trying to find him on the entry list. I don't think the Fizz is on here unless he's under another name. Maybe he's a reserve, I do not know. But he's here today then, driving in that Haas car and heading into the right-hand side. Here in Las Vegas, 5th position at this moment in time. He's a 1 minute 32.187 and looking for improvement. You know, he'd love to be on pole position, of course. Can he get another second row of the grid maybe? The front row of the grid will be even better, but his lap's looking quite clean right now, and he's saved up a lot of ERS where you're going to want to use that down the main strip. So he heads onto the strip now, and it is looking strong. It's fastest middle sector for the Fizz then, with a 2.5 up in sector 2. The Fizz heads all the way down the back straight then, ladies and gentlemen, in the Haas car, looking for an even quicker time. Can he give us a good lap today then? Is the McLaren up the inside line there, waiting on the inside for the Fizz to fly through, making sure he doesn't get in the way and obstruct his route as the Fizz heading towards the final corner here in Las Vegas. Can he jump from 5th position on the grid? He wants a better starting time today. Front row would be optimal, but can he get there? No, he can't. He's just shy. 0.2 of a second then. He gains, gets himself into P3, but it is not enough for the front row of the grid. The judge then 0.3 of a second found in sector 2 and heading down the back straight now. Fuel light is on, running absolutely dead light at the minute, light as a feather, and into the final few corners. Only 10% battery left though, which isn't a lot to get himself towards the line, and he is down in 15th position as well, so he's got a lot of improving to do if he wants to get a better start today, but we shall find out in a few moments time. 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go of this qualifying session. Here comes the Ferrari of the judge then, heading around the final corner, racing for F1 judges, of course, with his teammate Tiger B. It's P11 for him, half a second found, 4 places up. Oh, round goes the judge, everybody. This man's spinning his rears in P11. Unfortunately, going round, gets himself back on. But, of course, this is the man that we did just see set a faster time. Isn't really going to mean much to him. He just should count himself lucky that he didn't mess anybody's lap up there. As Tornado Kane out there on the back straight. A lot of drivers now coming out on their out laps, actually, because of course, us being at the end of qualifying. As through goes the Kick Sauber, Sneaky Eel or lead dog. It was Sneaky Eel as they all head down into the final few corners, and the flying laps do start to come in very, very soon. Everybody on their out laps. Dave the Scrub's already starting his flying lap. the judges out there at the moment going into the pit lane soon. We've got Hawkeye starting a lap now, and Rassam, who I've not seen Rassam for a while. He's here today then, and fastest in the first sector. This is looking strong then already through the first sector for Rassam, who's currently sat 7th position in this right now, and looking for improvements if he can do so on this lap around. It will be his final time of the day then, ladies and gentlemen, so he has to really, really push now because he won't get another chance after this one. He's invalidated, of course, this lap around. Hawkeye then is down on time at the moment. We've got Luke Bailey starting a lap now. But we are going to go to Dave the Scrub round the final corner then, who is not on the lap now. He's quite a lot down. Maybe starting a lap now. I believe he's starting the lap, isn't he? Ready Player F1 is on and around at the moment. Tornado Kane started earlier on. We're going to go with Tornado Kane for now. As a few drivers to cross the line to put times on the board or start lap time. Not entirely sure. There's a Red Bull over the line now. No, he's starting a lap. There's a McLaren starting a lap now. Salguero qualifying is complete now. Salguero just about made it over the line. That was incredibly close then. As here comes Tornado Kane on his final time of the day then. Drivers crossing the line to complete qualifying off here then, ladies and gentlemen. As Tornado Kane looking to go quicker all the way down in P16th now at the moment. Can he find time round the final corner? Over the line for him. It is P9 in quali. Ladies and gents, Tornado Kane not up as much as he would want to, but he is up into the top 10. Jay Pinto has invalidated. We're going to try and look at some of these top dogs now. Then Lee Dog is up in the first sector by 1/10.5 and putting in an absolute shift at this moment in time. Can he continue this form? Qualifying is complete then. He's going to head into the left-hander now. The last run down in towards the final corner here in the Las Vegas Grand Prix. Can this man on your screen take pole position by any more? A 1:31.4 at the moment. Can he improve by any more than that? He improves by nearly 0.3 of a second. Lee Dog in the kick Sauber today. Absolutely sensational time for Lee Dog for Raw Dog Racing. He takes pole position provisionally at the moment. Arctic Ryan won't improve then on his lap around. Rassam across the line, not looking that fast. He does go to P6 actually. Jay Pinto then into the pit lane. Salguero with his time today goes into the pit lane as well. And ladies and gentlemen, Lee Dog takes pole position. In the chat, it was Sector 3, Jack, says Wolfie. What was Sector 3, mate? What did I miss? Here we go then. That is it for your qualifying session, ladies and gentlemen. A very nice qualifying indeed then here in the PGS Esports Realistic with your man himself, Lee Dog 187, taking pole position by nearly 0.4 of a second then to Sneaky Eel behind. A strong, strong session from everybody here today as joining the Fizz on the second row. The greatest Luke Bailey in 4, Papa Rim 5, Rassam 6, joined by Ryan in 7, Nedzo Racing in 8, Tornado Kane 9, and 10 is Flavour, ladies and gentlemen, for your results today. Well, next up is the Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be getting on with it in a few moments' time. I believe here in PGS we normally just get straight on with it unless there's a break. Cannot remember. I've got so many leagues. I think we're going straight into it. But hopefully you're enjoying so far. It's good to see everybody out here tonight for the Realistic, of course, live on the PGS Esports Twitch and, of course, the Jack Crosty comms too. Wolf in the chat. He says it is lonely back here. Well, very good luck to Wolfie Plays. Hopefully you can have a good race, mate. Turn one could be an accident, I bet. Always is, says Wolfie. Maybe, maybe. Well, anyway, we should be getting going very soon. Got my very cold water bottle with me, and I am more than ready to tackle this commentary tonight. I cannot wait. Las Vegas. I think. What's your opinions on it, everybody in the chat? What do you think about Las Vegas? I think it's a very cool race. I really do. To commentate on, it can be good. It can be bad. But we're gonna have to find out right now. Then here we go. 3, 4, 5 lights ahead of the drivers, ladies and gentlemen, here in PGS Esports Realistic Las Vegas Grand Prix. It's lights out and away we go down into turn one. For some reason, Wolfie Plays ahead, but he's at the back of the grid. Don't know what's going on there. Lido gets a good start then into turn one. Sneaky Heel second place. The Fizz then comes in third with Luke Bailey 4, 5 is Tornado. Kane loses his rears there, and now Arctic Ryan's going to get the better of him, heading all the way down the back straight to try out the inside line. Can this man get through with a great drive then? Up the inside goes the Aston Martin of Arctic Ryan, and he gets into fifth position there because, of course, Wolfie Plays is for some reason lagged out. He's down the back of the grid now. In fifth position, it officially shows. There we go then. Lovely start then here in the Las Vegas Grand Prix then, ladies and gentlemen. The driver's getting a very nice and clean start. Papa Rim and Hawkeye just changing around. Papa Rim goes into P9 as now the Judge getting quite close as well to Hawkeye for a possible move here on the backside of him. The Ferrari doing what he can of the Judge. And into the Las Vegas Strip, then round goes Arctic Ryan. Hits the barrier slightly there, loses a lot of places as he gets back onto the track then in P17. And now with a battle right off the cusp then with Tiger B to get mega close on the rears of him, but Arctic Ryan managing to stay ahead of that one there. Here comes XRL Flavor then on Wolfie. Wolfie Plays. Wasn't able to do that just yet. Ahead then goes to Judge on Hawkeye, trying to nudge himself through and loses his rear end here. Here comes Jay Pinto up the inside line. Can he get through? They're all battling then in towards the final corner. It's absolutely brilliant then here in Las Vegas. The Ferrari of the Judge on Jay Pinto. He goes into 10th position and gets ahead of this then. Wolfie Plays getting chucked out wide then here in Las Vegas, trying to keep himself in the action down in P12 now with XRL Flavor behind him at the moment, and ahead of that then a great battle happening. Nedzo Racing gets overtaken by Rassam then. It's side by side between these guys as well. Papa Rim ahead. Hawkeye tries to get through there, dips his car up the inside, but realises the gap was never available. Lap 2 of 25 then here in Las Vegas, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, the battles we're seeing today are just absolutely incredible. The battles we are seeing today are absolutely great. They really, really are. As the drivers exit then the corners there, and Lee Dog is your leader from Sneaky Eel. The drivers are doing a sensational job. The Fizz is keeping up well with the guys in front as well, as this is the Las Vegas Strip, and this is where the overtakes happen. Put on a show for us, everybody. We're going to head down the straight, and I'm sure we're going to get that show now then. Dave the Scrub goes round the outside into P14. Flavor tries to fight him back. Gaining and gaining. Will it be a move again round the outside? Pushing to try, but not enough. Ooh, close there. Possible race strategies then on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, at this moment in time as the drivers make their way through the final corner. Here comes Dave the Scrub for a move on Ready Player F1. Looks for the outside line and getting mega close to him here to try and get through. Not enough room then for him at the moment as he has to back off. Here comes Wolfie Plays to gain on Jay Pinto as well. Not a gap there. Here comes the judge on Nedzo Racing. What is this action today? The drivers are giving me a brilliant show as Nedzo gets overtaken by the judge in the early stage of this race. I do apologise about the choppy and changey camera angles, but everything is happening all over the grid, and Jay Pinto now goes around at the back of the grid. He now finds himself in P17, is off the grid, off the track. There goes Wolfie Plays then. Down at the back now, he drops down to P16, everybody. I'm not entirely sure what he's doing here, maybe going to retire. He just dropped well back. He could have really got back on the circuit, but deciding not to do so. Action is incredible here today. We head back onto this strip and we have the drivers heading down at full racing speeds. Papa Rim round the outside line of Rassam here for a move into 6th position as ahead of that Sneaky Eel goes through. Hawkeye up the inside line. He goes through to 6th position. Where has he come from? A double overtake there made from Hawkeye, who gets into 6th, and Papa Rim has to concede that position down in 7. Rassam then in 8. 9 is the judge, 10 is Nedzo. Wow, good racing so far from the PGS boys. This is one of the best races. This is the best races this season so far. Action is incredible. And switching up the inside line, Luke Bailey switching the lines he takes then on the Haas car. Sneaky Eel goes around now, the race leader. What is going on? What is going on? Sneaky Eel spins the car around, the man that has been so successful in qualifying, so successful at the start of this race, and now he spins the car around, and he's got some competition from Hawkeye VRL behind, also Papa Rim and the judge and Rassam, who are having a lovely scrap at the back then for Rassam to go through to 8th position. The judge then is, whoa, sending it way too much there. Wing damage for the judge as he sent that car massively deep then into that corner, and the drivers continue heading down and up towards the strip for the 4th time. The Alpine, oh my, this man trying for a move when he can. The racing action so far, absolutely unbeatable. Luke Bailey into 3rd place and onto the podium today. And if he doesn't retire from the session, he is definitely on for this podium. The pace has been phenomenal from Luke Bailey himself up at the front. Tornado Kane now fights him back into 3rd position. And Luke Bailey drops back once more. Lap 4 of 25. I am absolutely in shock of the racing today. Brilliant stuff. Absolutely sensational. Into the final corner then. Here comes Luke Bailey to fight back for that 3rd place that was once his. Cannot reach it right now, but of course, lots of overtaking points around this track, and he's already trying to take advantage of one then, heading around this flying right-hander. Not enough room for him, but maybe enough room for Sneaky Eel, who found himself in 2nd place earlier on. He flies through past one. He's going to try and fly through past the other, my bad. Tries to get into 3rd place, but just the gap was not there, unfortunately, for Sneaky Eel to get ahead, and has to drop back. Luke Bailey, with brilliant views of this battle in front of him, takes a bit of a different line there to open up the next corner for him if possible. He's got Sneaky Eel in front then. He's blinking red on battery. He's trying to stay in front. Flavor then in 13 and Ready Player F1. They change positions then down further down the grid in 13 and 14th position right now. Oh, Rears flying out there for Salguero, trying to keep himself on the track. There's Tornado Kane and Sneaky Eel then they're having a good scrap then trying to go through. Tornado Kane goes round the outside line into P3. Sneaky Eel into 4 and hitting the wall there goes Tornado. Can Sneaky try and fly through? Round the outside line he's going to go as Tornado Kane does go into the pit lane today then, ladies and gentlemen. And through goes the drivers down in towards the 1st corner. An absolutely great race. Absolutely great race then at this moment in time. In the pit lane goes Tornado Kane as the drivers giving it absolutely everything then. Look at this move we've got coming up the inside. Tries Rassam. There's, I think, contact made on one of the drivers there. Rassam tries to go up the inside line. Rassam does go up the inside and makes a position up then, ladies and gentlemen, in this race today. Lee Dog leads this race at the moment still on lap 6 of 25. And if you're in the chat and you're able to type, put in your race predictions. There is the visual gap of between 1 and 2. Just look at it, everybody. Between 1 and 2. 4.6 looks a lot bigger heading down that back straight. It really, really does. Sneaky Eel 3, then Luke Bailey 4. 5 is Hawkeye. 6 is Rassam. 7 is Papa Rim. 8 is Nedzo Racing. 9 to Judge. And 10 is Dave the Scrub. The drivers head round the back straight again then and into the final corner across the line with the main bulk of the pack then as Luke Bailey goes for the inside line, and he actually has got pace here to fight Sneaky Eel. Let me remind you, took second place in qualifying and also had a very good first few laps. He was up there in front, but at this moment in time he fell down the order. He has made his way back up a little bit, ladies and gentlemen, but Luke Bailey's going to try and take that away from him, who is being able at the moment to make some cheeky passes. Sometimes looking for the inside line and forces Sneaky Eel a little bit wide, but when will it be enough to fully pry it open and get through into third place? I cannot wait to see it, because that is going to be an absolutely sensational move. I just want to apologise as well. I do apologise about the choppy and changey camera angles that I'm giving you today. Just the action that we're witnessing is absolutely crazy. Round goes Ready Player F1. Down in 16. He's sideways across the track then here in Las Vegas. As we're going to see Tiger B head up towards him now. Unless he's not moved off. He is just starting to move off now in front, as you will see him. Rassam and Hawkeye, they change around. Rassam goes into P5 then. Hawkeye down to 6 as their drivers head round the first corner. Lap 8 of 25. It's been a very strong start then here today in the Las Vegas Grand Prix. It really, really has. Neto and the Judge, they change around. Neto goes into 8th position. And the battles continue on up at the front then. This could be a move. Luke Bailey still keeping within distance then of Sneaky Eel here. Let's have a look at these drivers at the back then, shall we? The Racing Bull there loses his rears a lot. And Arctic Ryan, of course, these guys' teammates actually. Maybe he might let him through. Can Arctic Ryan gain and maybe get a move on the man in front then? We'll find out. As the back straight coming now. And let's see, will it be an overtake down here then? The Las Vegas Strip where all the overtakes happen. In Las Vegas, all the way down we go with the DRS zone, which helps absolutely massively there for overtaking. And actually in the normal Formula 1, only 2 races left of DRS, which is just absolutely mind-boggling. Long live the DRS button, which is going to be going. Such a shame, but you know, it is what it is. Yellow flags then for the driver in front, Tiger B. As he, of course, gets thrown those yellows. Not entirely sure what happened there. Maybe a spin around from him, but clearly all tidied up and sorted now for him. Arctic Ryan and David Scrub, they change around now. Arctic gets through to 10th position, past his teammate, and that is what we've been wanting to see. Well, I'm not trying to be biased, of course. No, I didn't mean to be that. Sorry, my bad. But, of course, that is what we've been waiting to see, if it would happen. Arctic Ryan does go through to 11. Hopefully you're enjoying this race so far then, ladies and gentlemen. It's been really exciting to watch from my point of view. It really, really has. The action has been superb at the moment as we look up towards the front of the pack and into the final few corners then on the 9th lap of 25, which now begins lap 10 as Lido crosses the line to begin his 10th lap of the race. Luke Bailey then heading up towards Sneaky Eel, and he goes around the inside line and he finally makes that move past him, and he made it look quite easy as well. Can Sneaky Eel fight back, or is this Luke Bailey through? He runs it wide then, leaves the gap up the inside. The rear spin out here for Sneaky Eel. He will lose time there to try and get through, but still sticking the car around the outside. Is this going to be possible then for Sneaky Eel? Gives it an absolute push down the straight just to get ahead. Sneaky into 3. Rassam goes through to 4. Luke Bailey drops down to 5. The two Alpines blended in there. And he's a bit oh, he spins him. Luke Bailey then spins Rassam around, everybody. Rassam goes round Luke Bailey. Rear ends the backside of Rassam. Round goes Rassam. Hawkeye now makes a move through. Tornado Kane then getting close to Arctic Ryan in front of him here then. Will this be a move down the Las Vegas Strip? We've seen it many times before today. We're going to see it again. Tornado Kane now around the outside line, and an easy pass for him on Arctic Ryan. He gets through into 8th position. Great move there. Jay Pinto and Flavor have a bit of a battle down at the back of the grid. Flavor in 11. Through goes Jay Pinto now into the top 10. Ahead of that then is pit stop for the Fears. His position changes now are going to start to happen quite a bit with the drivers. Few drivers in the pit lane. Hawkeye and Rassam now are looking like a good battle to watch. Arctic Ryan with a 10-second time penalty as the battles are absolutely brilliant then. Here. Oh, my bad. I need to go on. I absolutely forget to do this most nights. I do apologise. I forget to... it's really annoying. I can't believe I forget to do that every night. Sorko runs it a bit wide there. Very, very close to that wall as he tries to get himself back on, but loses a bit of time. Papa Rim then in 10 as he sets the fastest middle sector. Looking strong for him in terms of fastest laps. Could pick up that extra point if he can carry on like this. Oh, the Judge and Salguero. Battle we've just lost there. The Judge goes into P12. Makes a move up and he's up 1 place. 5 places gained for Salguero. Best position gainer right now for us is Hawkeye in 5. At the moment, Hawkeye has had a nice race. 6 up. We've had 8 down for Arctic Ryan. He's not had a good one. Luke Bailey goes through past Sneaky Eel now, then who goes into the pit lane today, ladies and gentlemen. Flavor, J Pinto, Salguero, all in the pit lane and exiting now. Oh, well, they will be exiting soon. Can this man get out ahead? Red player F1. I think he can. He does get past him there then. That 13 of 25. How fast has that gone already then? The start of the race was so enjoyable to watch. The battles were incredible. Luke Bailey now makes a pit stop. How's this going to work out then? Lee Dog, of course, has continued on, not made a pit stop yet. Through goes Tornado Kane, so he's going to easily get through. Tornado Kane gets ahead then into second place. The Fizz third. Sneaky Eel 4. Luke Bailey comes out of the pit lane in fifth. Ahead of Rassam and Hawkeye and Papa Rim on the 13th lap as Lee Dog running away with this one by 24 seconds then in this Grand Prix today. Really, really running away with this today. It has been very good to watch for the Realistic, of course, here for 15 rounds of the season. So after tonight, we have still 12 rounds left. A long way to go then in this PGS Esports season as Wolfie Plays retires from the session in the pit lane. And the first retiree of this session. No safety cars as of yet, but we could well get one. We definitely could well get one. But are the drivers going to really give us one of them? We'll just have to see. Wolfie retired. If you're in the chat, mate, give us a race prediction. Who do we think is going to win this Grand Prix tonight? I think we can probably tell you, but you know, things can change very fast and in a matter of seconds. So I'm looking forward to see how tonight pans out. Lee Dog, of course, did win last week. He didn't win the first round, but it was looking like he was going to do. I think he's going to win today. He is absolutely dominating. And I've just started, I can't remember what league it was that I commentated in, but there's a league that I commentate in now. And, oh no, I don't commentate in it, my bad. For the JCC network, one of my commentators commentates in a league with him in it, and he is rapid in there as well. He is absolutely rapid, really quick driver. As the Fizz, possibly a move here on Sneaky Eel, then not too far behind. Pit stops on your screen, then a lot of pit stops have come in today. Lee Dog is one driver still yet to do so. And Ready Player F1 as well is another driver that needs to go into the pit lane, but they're the only two left that actually need to. Tyres on your screen now then. Lee Dog on the mediums, taking them 13 laps and keeping the gap. It's very, very good. Fair play to him. Just think of the gap that he's going to gain again when he gets on the brand new tyres that he'll be going on to. It's going to definitely go in his favour. He's also at an advantage here because Tornado came with a time penalty. So that is going to extend the gap even further. Now, lap 14 of 25. We have 11 laps to go then of this Grand Prix. As we are over half race distance now, which is flew by, absolutely flew by how we're over half race distance already. I do not know. It's gone very quick tonight. Wolf in the chat, car wouldn't turn at all. Broken wing and gave up because of a 3-stop. Well, fair enough, mate, fair enough. Well, at least you came here, give it your best shot, of course. But today, of course, just wasn't there. 10 laps to go then of this Grand Prix. Lee Dog ahead, Tornado Kane 2. Battles coming in here then with Luke Bailey and Nedzo racing. Nedzo trying to get ahead of Luke Bailey here if possible. Getting closer and closer, but not enough for a move as the Fizz and Tornado Kane as well. They changed around just there, as I think the Fizz went into third position in this race. Look at this from the Fizz. Look how close he's getting to the man in front. This is the kind of exciting thing we want to be seeing then, and the drivers head down the Las Vegas strip. Now, this is exactly what we've been waiting for. Can the Fizz get into second place? These guys absolutely level today because they have pitted both the same, both on the same tyres too. I don't think an overtake just here, but Lee Dog now makes a pit stop. How much time do you lose under pit stop is the question here in Las Vegas. Lee Dog is in the pit lane now. He's going to get out ahead, isn't he? He is not, you know, I think he's going to be all good. I really, really do. Lee Dog coming out now. He's well ahead of the pack. Las Vegas is the track that's all right to watch and stuff, but driving it is horrible. They still haven't fixed their bump in the track in Sector 2, says Wolfie. Whoa, something happened here then. I think we just had a position change. I think Tornado Kane lost quite a few positions there. He fell down the order a bit. Behind that as well is Luke Bailey in the pit lane. Why is he in there again? Not entirely sure. Maybe it was a two-stop strategy, but he, never mind, just put a new wing on. That may have been why he's had to go into the pit lane again. Might have missed something there. But Luke Bailey coming out of the pit lane now then in P12, losing another position. Oh, this is a battle here then, ladies and gents. Rassam into 4, Hawkeye in 5th position. Rassam makes a move through. Great move from Rassam. He finds himself in 4th position in this race. Great stuff for him. Hawkeye drops down to 5. Tornado Kane then in 6th, quite a few seconds behind that. It's Nedzo Racing 7. The judge then in 8th, and maybe a possible move here then up the inside line. Getting close, but not close enough for a move up the inside there, unfortunately. Oh, as he spins his rears, and the judge then, ladies and gents, finds the barrier. He gets back round, gets overtaken twice before rejoining the circuit. Gets ever close to the wall there, but just nothing. Nothing is going to stop him in his track stand of continuing on and trying to get himself back up the order. Maybe a move up in front then with the drivers into the last corner. Lee Dog up at the front then in the Kick Sauber, of course, and running away with this. Absolutely running away with this race today. Driving a sensational race. 7.1 seconds is the gap. Lap 18 of 25 then in this race. You know, we are entering those latter stages now today with Lee Dog in front, Sneaky Eel second place, The Fizz third, Rassam 4, 5 is Hawkeye. Now Arctic Ryan picks up the fastest lap of the Grand Prix too. The battles here are we're probably looking at these guys here then in the middle of the pack with a possible move here with the Judge getting ever closer at the back of the grid there. I think Ready Player F1 gets to move up because Tiger B is in the pit lane. Here comes the Judge then for a move through, ladies and gentlemen. The Judge goes into P10 and made a move through into 10th position. Great move. Tornado Kane's going to try and fight him back. Here he comes then up the inside line. Will he be able to get ahead? Trying his absolute best then to get through, and he does get ahead into 10th position. Great move there. Absolutely brilliant move. As he gets through to 10, the Judge drops down to 11. He really fought that one back and managed to get back what was his originally. As lap 19 of this race then, ladies and gentlemen, we head into the final corner. Oh, we're going to get a move up the inside line. He's going to try it again. Up the inside for the Judge. Will it be enough? It will. He's through once more. Oh, off wide there for Dave the Scrub, ladies and gentlemen. Not entirely sure what's happened with him there, but losing possibly a few places there. It's up the top of the grid then. Hawkeye and Rassam swap positions. Hawkeye goes into 4. Rassam drops down the Las Vegas strip, and a great move then for Hawkeye allows him to make his way through on the 19th lap of 25 now, and this race has been very clean at the moment. For only 5 laps to go of this Las Vegas Grand Prix, with 1 minute and 33 seconds your lap times here then, with fastest lap going to Lee Dog this time around. Jay Pinto picks up a 3-second time penalty as the drivers head round, well, I said the drivers, Lee Dog makes his way round the first sector. As Rassam gets ahead here of Hawkeye. Hawkeye tries to fight him back there. Actually breaks quite late and looking like he went a little bit wide there through the first corner, losing time. Papa Rim and Tornado Kane have a scrap as well, and Papa Rim goes into 10th. Luke Bailey and Tornado Kane. Oh, Tornado Kane gets a puncture. Puncture then for the Haas car. He's going to try and wheel himself back to the pit lane. He's in the way of the drivers here, trying to get himself out of the way. The McLaren tries to get through. The McLaren does get through. But Tornado Kane, everybody, he's got a puncture. And the virtual safety car is deployed. The VSC is deployed then here today. Wow. No wing on that car. Look at him. 3-wheeling then, trying to get back towards the line. This is crazy, absolutely crazy stuff. We have a puncture for Tornado Kane on the medium compound tyres. Ran them way too long, everybody. Lee Dog now makes a pit stop, ladies and gentlemen. His second pit stop of the day, and he's not got enough time here to stay ahead of the pack, but I'm sure he's confident that he's going to get back through. He's got 4 laps to do so then. Into the pit lane now, and on the brand new medium compound tyres. Here we go then. This is where the real race begins. Lee Dog is going to give it a go then, ladies and gentlemen, to try and get ahead and try and regain that lead to win the Las Vegas Grand Prix here for lap 21 of 25. The race is on, 9.3 seconds. Has he got enough in him to possibly make that overtake? Lap 21 of 25, the racing continues, and hopefully you agree, it has been a nice race tonight. Really, really has. I've really enjoyed it as well. Good to watch, really good to watch. And nothing to fault about it. It's been really exciting as the drivers continue with the battles down the Las Vegas strip. Hawkeye goes into 4th position as Rassam loses a place then down the strip there. I think he hit the wall a little bit there as well. Wow. What a race. What a race. Lap 22 begins then. Sneaky Eel in front and in the Kick Sauber Tornado. Kane retires from this session then near the end of it, ladies and gents, as that will be it from him. The Sneaky Eel continues up at the front, the Fizz 2. Lee Dog in 1 lap has gained 3 whole seconds. Can he continue this form? He is on an absolute, he's going to play an absolute blinder. It's going to be absolutely sensational. 1 lap old soft compound tyres against the 10 and 11 lap old hards. It's looking strong for Lee Dog right now. He pitted with about a gap of about 7 or 8 seconds, and now he came out of the pit lane with 9 seconds. In 1.5 laps, he's brought it down to 5.1. That is a sensational, sensational time now. Arctic Ryan then goes into 12. Dave the Scrub drops down to 13. And that is a move done and dusted between them. Around the outside, Salguero trying to get ahead here of Dave the Scrub. Can he get through? Not enough to get through there. Salguero stays in P13 in this race today. Lap 22, ready, at the minute, ready player form with a 10-second time penalty for speeding the pit lane as Hawkeye and Rassam swap around, and now we go round again to the final corner. Through goes Hawkeye then, everybody, to take that one back. Lee Dog with the fastest lap, and ready player form retires from the session. Honestly, what is going on tonight? What is going on? So much going on. With only 3 laps to go, and up the inside line here is Rassam trying to get ahead with Hawkeye. They're both going side by side. Who will be the driver through? Around the outside. Hawkeye trying to get past him here then. Rassam is also fighting him. Yellow flag shown in the first corner. Somebody's gone round then in the first corner. It's looking like a Mercedes. Who was that? I'm not entirely sure. Ready player F1? Is this going to be a possible move then, ladies and gentlemen? Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. This is where it starts to get exciting. The penultimate lap of the Grand Prix. Lap 24 of 25. And Sneaky Eel is the man in front and leading this race at the moment. Will he be the race winner come the end of it? Is the question. We shall find out about that one. The Fizz is trying to chase him down with half a second gap. But look at this man behind. In only 3 laps, Lee Dog has gained a whopping 8 seconds. And now he's here looking for second place and even the race win. This is looking strong from Lee Dog. But will it be enough to make it 2 for 2 then? Here in PGS Esports Realistic. This is it, everybody. The final lap on your way around now. Here we go then. Let's get excited for this one because the final lap begins. This is the final lap showdown here in PGS Esports Realistic, and this is going to decide your race winner for today. It all comes down to this. Leedog has one lap then to win this race, and he's looking like he's going to need a double overtake down the back straight to win it today. The gap's 0.7 of a second then, and now he's within that second to get that slipstream and to get through and past them, to get them done and dusted, and to be the race leader, to win at the end of it. Nobody with time penalties today, so this is just raw race pace. This is them across the line. Whoever's first will take that win today, and they are giving it absolutely everything. The back straight them here in Las Vegas. The Las Vegas Strip that it is known as will be coming up soon as they wave goodbye to the Sphere then for the final time. The 25 laps they have done. Sneaky Eel and the Fizz up at the front still fighting away. Leedog's got half a second and he will be within that DRS zone then, ladies and gentlemen. Which way is this going to go? It is going to come right down to the end. Leedog's again on the drivers in front. Can he gain enough for this win? Here he comes then. He's going to burn absolutely everything he has left all the way down the strip. The Fizz is going to do the exact same for a move on Sneaky Eel. He's got half battery left then as he moves around the outside line. Leedog not looking good at the moment to try and get ahead then in third. The Fizz in second place, but Sneaky Eel, the man in front, and unbeaten today. He spun around earlier on. He came back like an absolute king, and here he goes across the line, wins the Las Vegas Grand Prix. The Fizz over the line in two. Leedog can't do it at the end, and third place that he settles for. Incredible race. Rassam then towards the line. He will cross the line in fourth position, ladies and gentlemen, when he gets there, unless Hawkeye can beat him to it. Here comes Hawkeye. He spins him round. Rassam does get fourth position, though. Hawkeye, fifth position. How close was that? Wow. Just wow. Deck in the chat. Being a good race. Had it playing in the background. Yes, mate. It really has been good. Nedzo over the line. He's going to finish in sixth position. The judge will cross the line in 7. Really good race, everybody. Really good. Arctic Ryan gets a 10-second penalty for speeding. Sorry, for corner cutting. As the judge in 7. 8 is Flavour. 9 will be Papa Rim. 10 will be Luke Bailey when he gets there. Well done, ladies and gentlemen. Well done, ladies and gentlemen. Really good race. And that was the best race of the season. Really, really enjoyed it. The end came down to that. Made it exciting. It really did. Dave over the line in 11. 12 will be Arctic Ryan. Jay Pinto will be third. Now 12. Arctic Ryan 13. And Salguero with the final driver to cross the line in P14. Brilliant. Well done. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining me. Here is your finisher results then from this race today. It is going to be Sneaky Eel then, the man in front and winning today. At the end of that, it's the Fizz 2, Leedog 3, Rassam 4, Hawkeye 5, Nedzo 6, 7 the judge, 8 Flavour, 9 Papa Rim, and 10 is Luke Bailey. Thank you very much for joining me, everybody. A sensational race. Have a good evening and see you next Thursday. Good night.